Well, that was rapid. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for sticking with us through that slightly extended break. Aesir Gaming just need to take a breather after the brutal match that they just played out. We are joining Aesir Gaming in Champion Select versus MadC4tz. You can see the first bands have come across. We've got Nidalee, Lucian, and LeBlanc locked in. Of course, you're still with the ESL Community Golden Platinum Cup number 45. My co-host, I'm hoping, is here.
Yeah, I'm here, don't worry.
Awesome stuff. So you are with, you're riding with Stephen FullMetalCOS and my co-caster
Aaron Prophet Co.
Just one more time tonight, guys. We're going to go back into the fire, we're going to hit the rift, and we are going to see some more just murder.
Yeah, quickly before we just get started on this one, going back to the last game, I've just found the patch notes. It was actually this patch, the Jinx change, just because we talked about it, I thought it was relevant. Fishbone's base attack speed is up, Fishbone attack speed penalty is also up, the penalty you get from it, so it's kind of like better early and then falls off or something like that. So yeah,
I just want to point out, we see the Echo coming straight across from the side of Aesir. There just isn't enough bans, guys. Nidalee banned, LeBlanc banned, Zed banned, Lucian, Zac, and Aesir banned it. Aesir banned against Aesir, so that's that. I like the Zac ban, because I think Gloob did very well in that last game.
One thing he needs to learn to farm, but yes, his performance, and probably because of the Shen. The Shen protecting him.
Is it hashtag Shen hype? Is that what it is? Get a jungle tank and then have to get another tank to keep your tank alive?
It's that old video, remember the one's like, don't buy pink wards, just use Teemo or something like that. It's like that. Don't buy defensive stats, just use Shen.
I don't know, I almost feel like we're getting into kind of pimp my ride territory. Yo dog, I heard you'd like to tank, so I put some tank in your tank so you could tank while you're tanking.
Yeah.
But no, we quickly moving back away from that onto the picks and bans. We've got Echo. That's pretty much going across the C-Prom by the look of it, and he did do a very good job on Echo earlier tonight.
And we do see the Shen pick back up for Darkblur.
The Caitlyn coming across from Spicy Donga. But what I'm really excited by, and as a jungler, I really love this champion. One of my favourite champions of the game. One of my most loved champions of anything they've done, at least in the last 6 to 12 months, is Kindred.
Yes. Very, very strong this patch. The buff to Razor, Blood Razor, giving you more attack speed and more on-hit damage. Built into Kindred's already on-hit based build and playstyle, and just hit kit in general because of the passive. It's a massive, massive buff, and she's pretty much on a pick or ban rate.
Are we going to be seeing Ginsu's?
Tonight. Ooh,
are we going to be seeing Ginsu's Kindred? Because Ginsu's Kindred is pretty scary.
It is. They're mixing up the team comp quite a bit. I'm not quite sure.
They got another Akali, dude. They got another Akali. We've got ourselves our second Akali of the night. Akali once again playing Akali.
Akali and Akali.
But no, not only that, I mean, you can say all you want about how damage Kindred does and how cool the abilities are and how good the ult is, but also generally the character design and the voice work on this. You know, there's no time when Kindred's not saying something that it just doesn't sound awesome. I love the character as a whole. And
for the fact that Kindred is Jhin, that's also awesome.
Well,
not unconfirmed.
Unconfirmed, but let's just. Oh well, okay. No, I don't know. They're tearing me in half, dude. Because whilst they have the Kindred, and I instantly then want them to win, Aesir Gaming have just pulled out Fabio. And anyone who doesn't get the Old Spice guy reference, go and watch the Old Spice videos whilst we waiting for the game to load and come back. Because frankly, the new Taric is based off of Fabio from the Old Spice adverts, and I love this. I love new Taric's kit. I love the new design. I love the... I don't know, I really enjoy this champion. He's so much fun to play right now. He used to be really binary and kind of, ooh, I'm just going to click on you and stun you. The tricks you can do, the ultimate, setting it up, the stun, the shield kind of thing, the way all that interplays together, it just makes him an incredibly good champion in my opinion.
Yeah, and kind of a irrespective factor, it don't really make a difference, but they've actually increased the particle effects on him, so his ultimate is now more obvious who is actually affected by the ult, because sometimes you just completely run away from a team fight thinking that all teams ulted.
But did they do that? But they do that? No, but did they do that because they needed visibility, or did they do that because it just wasn't fabulous enough?
Ooh.
Was it just not Truly outrageous. I feel like you just stop talking to me when I say things like that. You wait for me to move on, and I'm sat here waiting for it to land, and it's like, okay, never mind. But we do see the Fizz come out, and this was something we were talking about, because obviously as casters you kind of prep quite a bit, and we bounce ideas off each other about what we expect to see tonight. And Fizz was something that I wanted to see come out, and something that I wanted to talk about, because they've killed QSS so hard over the last couple of patches. They almost don't want. They want Mercurial Scimitar to stop being a must-buy item for AD carries, I think. And it's not quite worked yet, but I think if they keep doing this, it's gonna. Because now you can't cleanse Fizz Fish.
I have my opinions on that, which we'll talk about later, but can I just point out the side of MadC4tz is doing pretty much the exact same comp that we casted them last time doing. The double assassins, granted Akali's going to be doing GA, but double assassins and then double carries.
But this is an argument I've made to you before, and this is a discussion we've had before as well. The one thing that they've got that they didn't have last time is the one champion in the game that can say, you know what, it's okay to not have a tank today. And that's Kindred. Because Lamb's Respite...
He's not the one, but...
Well, Lamb's Respite makes anybody more tanky than a tank ever was.
Yeah, the concept of how do you beat someone that outdamages you, just don't die. And no champion does that better than Kindred. She makes that for the whole team. Tarek also does it with delay. Kale does it for single target. Yorick brings people back. Zillion brings people back. And Tryndamere himself doesn't die.
What I'm scared of, though, and what I think MadC4tz need to be very aware of, ultimately, if they see Kindred ult go down, they just run in it and instantly press Tarek ult. Because what happens then is 2.5 second cast time. Kindred's ult lasts, what, 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds? Lamb's Respite. So Lamb's Respite stops everyone from dying. Your cast time on Tarek's ult lasts 2.5 seconds. So you're all studying Kindred's ult so you don't die. Kindred's ult wears off, and your team doesn't die, but the enemy team now does. This is a very scary situation for MadC4tz.
Plus, look at the actual comp. You got Echo, which can W. Tarek, if everyone is grouped up, easy stuns. Gragas, you could throw everyone out of the Kindred ult, and then it becomes a self-heal for your team. Or Shen, wait for the buff to wear off, taunt the entire team. And also, Caitlyn's just going to drop traps everywhere.
And also Echo as well has another way of not dying from his own...
waits for the Finny ult to wear off, and then ults back in himself. So
I like Aesir Gaming's comp. I do. I'm a little bit concerned that MadC4tz, if Akali in the top lane truly is an Akali one-trick pony,
I don't see it working in that matchup.
Well, it's not. I don't see it working in a fortnight's time. If they come back with a one-trick pony, everyone's just going to ban Akali every game.
Yeah. To be fair, I'm surprised it's not come through, but as we mentioned in the first game, it wasn't that impactful. Let's quickly run over the teams.
Okay, so we've got Aesir Gaming on the blue side, Dark Blood playing Shen in the top lane, Gloob running the Gragas in the jungle, C-Prom reprising the Echo from the first game of the night in the mid lane, and Spicy Donger and Emo Fish make up the bot lane combination, which is a Caitlyn and a Tarek.
And on the purple team, we have MadC4tz, Akali on Akali in top lane as a one trick. We have Kindred in the jungle, played by FullMetalCOS, which I didn't say properly last time either. The Unbreakable is playing Fizz in the mid lane, and in the bot lane we have the Renegade Bobby and Mad Hook on Fresh, which is quite nice to have as Mad Hook, and Ezreal.
I'm hoping the Mad Hook actually refers to the Thresh. That'd be quite interesting to see if he is on his main champion here for us.
I'm assuming it would, because it's Mad
He did draw a ban last game as well, so certainly there's the potential to follow up on that. We are going to see the Keystones coming out just momentarily, and obviously you can let us know if there's any surprises.
There was actually, it was quite interesting quickly just go back to bans to see that they were very targeted on the side of MadC4tz, banning out the Lucian, the Aesir, and the Zac. So they were very targeted, whereas the other side were just quite generic from Aesir Gaming. But anyway, looking at the Keystones, there isn't really anything. Tarek can do Windseekers. That's from the top row, the only thing I can see different.
The thing, it's Akali's running Thunderlords again. And...
Well, it didn't work for the first time, did it?
She did a fair amount of burst damage when she started getting the Hextech Revolver and things, but I don't know. I just so like Grasp of the Undying on top laners.
Oop, Ezreal seems to... Okay, he's back with us. Just Ezreal got tired at the first turret.
Just took a moment to... Right, the question is, they're all stacking up. Have we got... We haven't. We've only had double duck one time all night. So... Bible thump. Bible thump for hashtag double duck.
This is going to be a big, big fight.
This is going to go one way or the other way, and it's going to be a pleasure for everyone involved. Taric does land a perfect stun. Huge amount of damage coming across. Unbreakable is broken. Flash coming across from C-Prom. Force the flash from Thresh. They're now hitting Renegade Bobby in the bum. Body slam coming across is going to force his flash out. That was just... They lined up for a Taric stun. Death Sentence is nice.
That was a 3-man body slam from Gragas into a 3-man or whatever man stun from the Taric. That was just so much damage that instantly came off. And
actually, I don't know if Gragas' body slam hit. Well, it certainly didn't hit Unbreakable, unfortunately. It might have hit 3 people, but the one it didn't hit was the one that died. So he actually doesn't even get the extra gold from that.
Yeah, you're actually right. It did not touch Unbreakable, so he was there maybe only a bit of XP gain.
But I like this. I like what's happened here, and I feel kind of bad for the Gragas. You know, when you don't get a good leash. Although, you know, Philfish has gone back. Emofish, sorry, has gone back in to help the Gragas out because Caitlyn actually went back to base, and I like this. That didn't happen with the Lucian when they got the first blood last time. They actually bought up. It was actually against Aesir Gaming, wasn't it? The first blood went against them, and the Lucian didn't spend any of his money, even though he had a kill and assist. Whereas Caitlyn's now got an extra longsword, so she's instantly actually using that first blood and instantly has an advantage over the Ezreal.
I mean, I don't know which would have been better, because obviously the longsword makes sure your attacks hurt more and also makes your abilities hurt more. But I would have been tempted to possibly go for the a dagger, just for the attack speed. But I don't know if that's just me being stupid, potentially.
I don't know. I like hitting hard, especially with Caitlyn, because you know she sits in the bush, stacks up the headshots,
and then a nice big headshot attack onto the carry.
It might not be much, but even the extra AD from a longsword at a time when the other AD... Oh my god, the Unbreakable's just taking so much damage from C-Prom. I had a point to make, and then I'm just watching this Fizz get bullied.
One thing I would like to point out, because I know this triggers you if it doesn't happen, Kindred got a very good bus start, getting the Scuttle Crab right next to a starting camp anyway.
That's quite nice. Bit of a wonky stun coming across from Emofish. Kindred setting up for a gank. They don't have any vision here. Kindred has got... who's Kindred got? Mark Gragas, actually. Exhaust coming straight across onto Caitlyn. Death Sentence actually goes to Taric. Ezreal's going to go in there. Brilliant stun coming across onto Ezreal. Might get her out, but no, Kindred's going to hop after. Get to the Mountain Dread, and she goes down. And might actually take note. She's taken far too many tower hits there. Was Mountain Dread? Yeah, it was Mountain Dread. That's correct. Wow, I was better than I thought it was.
Yeah, that looked very dive worthy for Kindred to attempt then, but she did realise that the next tower hit that's come in will end her life. So she had
and
to
if the
jump
team
out.
had followed her in the dive, it would have only took, because of the warming up mechanism, it would have actually probably killed Ezreal as well. Kindred's now in mid lane. Echo has no mana, so he can't be phased out of this. There goes the Mountain Dread proc again. Huge amount of damage coming across onto C-Prom. FullMetalCOS making himself known on this champion and proving why Kindred was banned in previous games.
And quickly double checking, she's only on 1 mark, which means that camp that's just been taken at Raptors was actually done by Gragas and not Kindred. So
I don't think she had time. She literally ran from bot lane to mid lane.
Yeah, it was fast.
Unfortunately, she didn't have bot lane marked as a stack, but sometimes that can be psychological. They're not expecting you to gank a lane that isn't marked. And if it's on the jungle, you're almost expecting it to say, well, maybe she's going to go do that Raptor camp and try and kill the Gragas on the way. And no.
Or maybe invade early. Although Kindred does have significantly weaker 1v1 invades, thanks to the nerf she got within patch 6.9. Her Q reset within the W is now not automatically 2 seconds. It has to scale up to 2 seconds from about 5.
I have to say, I'm a little bit disappointed by these Taric stuns. He laid a good one at the beginning, and he laid one decent one during the gank that maybe stopped the Ezreal getting the kill on the Caitlyn. But since that point, he has missed a lot of stuns here. And I don't know if this is just poor coordination with the Caitlyn. Maybe they just haven't had enough time to practice simply because he's always banned.
Possibly. I mean, the first stun's kind of easy to hit because they all came through a choke point. It's kind of a dodgy mechanic to play, especially if you're playing it off of your ally. Because if you've not said go in, I'm stunning, you might be like, oh, this is a perfect stun, but your carry starts running the opposite way. It's like, well, now it isn't a perfect stun because you moved, and it can be a bit dodgy to do.
And there's also that with Tarek, when he says he's stunning, he might just mean his character.
Yeah. It's stunning, go on then. No, I'm just fabulous.
Why did you dive, Eddie Carey? You said you were stunning. No, I said I was stunning, and I am.
I am stunning. Do you understand?
Gloob's turned up in mid lane. I don't know if they're expecting a counter gank from Kindred here, but has he actually cleared the Raptor camp there? Because, can we see that for a second? Let's have a quick look at Fog of War.
The camp's not there, I'm sure.
No, he cleared it before the mark went on it, because that camp, that Raptor camp is still there. So we were talking about how Gragas had cleared it earlier. This Kindred's getting very ballsy. Meanwhile, bot lane, that was the... They tried to go in. Maybe he said he was stunning again. Mid lane, there's also action happening. Kindred's going to take out Echo. She's now following Gragas. She's got the Wolf's Frenzy up, so she's going to have every opportunity to jump back in. Gragas is actually trying to take this mark away. I wouldn't do that, Gragas, because you're marked as well. If you don't have Smite right now, this could turn very bad for you, Gragas. Is she going to get that? Is it going to go away to go over the Gragas? She's just going to go on the Gragas instead. I'd like to see her Smite the camp behind her just in case. But no, she's going to let him go.
Yeah, that was very well played by the side of MadC4tz. FiZz did have the level 6 advantage, Echo did not, so it's a very easy pick to do off there. FiZz E'd Playful Trickster over the Gragas Body Slam, and it was just an easy play for them to make. And
meanwhile, bot lane as well. I think, you know, we were joking about the miscommunication between Tarek and Eddie Carey. Then we look down and Caitlyn dies because she's far too deep, and it's like, yeah, I think that happened.
I'll quickly jump back, see if I can find it, and I can give you like an insight on what happened.
I just still like to be on comms to see if it was the that's the next thing we need to get. We need to speak. Oh my word, Darkblood's actually hammering this Akali. This Akali just it's not working for me, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, I just watched it. It was basically just Fresh ran towards and killed. Just along them lines, Fresh did stuff.
But yeah, come on, admins, get us voice samples from the game. Let's see what happens when voice comes during the matches.
Oh, I would love to have voice comms afterwards. It'd be funny. But
only if they sit there in champ select and sing and stuff. You know, if we're gonna do oh my word, hang on a sec. We've got more important things. Kindred is actually caught out quite deep in Gragas' territory. Jumps across, activates the dragon. Kindred's gonna Echo's gonna dive across, but frankly saved by the oh my word. She was saved by the Lantern. He tried to get out of there and suddenly runs into an Akali and a Kindred looking quite angry. And that's Kindred actually cashing in under the stack because she'd actually marked over. She had left the Gragas on mark and did tidy him up.
Can I point out that Echo misclicked and hit the dragon and then went to burst Kindred, which Kindred nearly died. But if he hadn't have misclicked the dragon, he would have killed Kindred.
Oh, Kindred. Look how wonderful life is for you right now.
That other stack.
That Scuttle Crab literally spawning after you clear the dragon.
That brings her up to 4 stacks. That gives her power in this game.
We're going to now see, it's going to get difficult though, because, I mean, I don't know if you're aware how the Kindred mechanic, the marks work, but basically, the more marks you need from jungle camps, the deeper you have to go for them to represent the hunts getting more difficult, because you're getting better at hunting. So, for example, the first couple of marks will always either be on Scuttle Crabs or Raptors.
It's
maybe
Scuttle
Gromp.
or Raptors.
The safe
I don't
stuff.
think so.
I think it transitions to Gromp in the kind of the mid section, and then the late section it goes to Krugs and Wolves. So you've got to go really deep into enemy territory to tidy them up. Oh my word, that was potentially miscommunication between Gragas and Echo. He did throw the Time Winder out. Gragas then punched the Golem to death, and then the Time Winder popped back through a dead Golem, denying Echo the blue buff. Although when he's 0-2-1 in mid lane. Oh wow, brilliant hook coming across. Death Sentence comes straight in. Double flare from Mad Hooks. The box comes down. Stun does come across. He is going to get healed by the Ezreal. Ezreal's 1v1 the Karin. The ultimate's gone off. Ezreal gets exhausted. He manages to do a point blank ult. Emofish flashes after him, beats him around the back of the head though, so they are going to go one each, although getting the kill on Ezreal much better than getting it on Emofish. Emofish misses the stun, isn't going to have enough, well, anything to follow up on this, I don't think.
And flashing the level 4.
There we go, look at the mastery, I'm leaving.
Yeah, the side of MadC4tz is really dominating this, which is surprising because we saw Spicy Donga and Emofish doing incredibly well, and I think the Lucian ban has actually really hurt them here.
Yeah, I think at the moment, all AD carries are really playing as Lucian. I also think potentially they've picked up this Taric because it was available rather than because they necessarily either wanted it or had practiced it even. Kindred's now rolling up top. Akali's going, there's one Shadow Dash burnt, there's a second Shadow Dash burnt. He's popped his flash and his taunt. He is well out of there. Shadow Dash is going to take him to safety on the end of that taunt. Third Zek going to take a conciliatory pink ward though for the difficulty. And she is actually in a position, we talked about these deep punts. We're watching CPROM get nailed by a shark. Meanwhile, because Gragas is mid and, you know, knowing where everyone is on the map, Kindred's going to take a nice, easy wolf camp. And they're pinging on her, but pings aren't going to stop her from taking your wolves.
Yeah, even when she smites it, which is a double advantage anyway, because you do now get the vision within the enemy jungle to know if they're flying around there. But she's just going to take that way too fast. And she does have the Blood Razor ball. She is
that was a nice flash from Gloob to actually get through the Fizz dash. However, he does take a death sentence straight in the back. Fizz's Shark is down at the moment, so they're going to have to rely on walking it in. We did see a TP get cancelled there. Flair's going to come back up. Spicy Dong is going to fall again. That's another brilliant death sentence from Madhook, and I think we're starting to learn A, why he's called Madhook, and B, why it's been banned. Nice ultimate coming across. However, Taric does get the kill on the Fizz. One too many tower shots. Shen teleports in and cleans up the Ezreal. Shen's going to... Darkfly's a monster on this Shen. I mean, is he potentially the only light in the darkness for this team?
It was definitely a massive factor in what made them win against, forgive me, the KG Valkyries. And he's going to have to pull something out there. He's got a massive farm lead compared to the rest of his team, and the biggest farm lead in the game, and still managing to teleport to the lane to get the kill. He did cast his ultimate on the Gragas, which sadly didn't channel through, because he could have been there to save a lot more lives, get more kills, and then teleport back to top, fine and dandy after a back. He will have to, however, run all the way back to top lane right now. But Kindred yet again getting another nice and easy mark, and I believe this will be her final hunt mark on monsters other than epics.
Yeah,
yes.
It's mark number 6, and she's going right in there. They're pinging her out, but once again, you know, you've seen she's been seeing the pink ward, you've seen where the camp is, but Gragas is top lane, so this is another free camp for the Kindred. I would half expect even to see them make a player on Herald to get an extra stack from that. Akali taking a huge amount of damage from Darkfly, however, and she's going to have to run away from that fight. Echo and Fizz still trading hits in the bot lane. It looks like Kindred's even going to take a red buff on the way through. You know, that is an extra hunt.
This Kindred's at the stage now, she knows she can 1v1 the Gragas, and if it ever does go sour, especially in the bot side, you can get a Kindred ult down to delay, and then Fresh Lantern to safety. She's got no worries right now.
Yeah, this Kindred is doing work. And as I say, I'm really happy to see that, because as I mentioned more than once, I do love the Kindred pickup. And look at that, Echo and Gragas are actually running from the Kindred. That's how frightened they are of this Lamb and Wolf combination.
And we do see a Mountain Drake about to spawn in the next 20 seconds.
I don't think they're going to contest it, because Emofish is just bailed. You know,
they do have time, but Gragas is heading to the wrong side of the map if they do want that. And this is awesome for the Kindred. She already has the Blood Razor. She's already doing % max health damage with her kit and the Blood Razor. And to just add 10% true damage onto everything she's already doing, this game is going Kindred's way. And she now has a stack on the Herald, so she can even choose to get one or the other, or hopefully try and siege both.
Yeah, I have to say, we've just been talking about how great Madhook is, and then watched him hook a minion, and I've lost all faith in him. So sorry, Madhook.
He did one earlier under the tower.
Kindred is actually 1v1ing the dragon. Gragas is right there, and Gragas is too scared to actually follow her in.
Yeah, he did one earlier under the tower. I think he was expecting Ezreal to burst the minion so that the hook would go through. You know that whole you think you're confident because there's a minion in front of you and then it vanishes, and it just queues.
But then again, another perfect death sentence into the box. Tarek's popped the ultimate there, so they're not going to take too much damage. There it goes. Very much expecting that. Kindred's desperately trying to get some damage on Caitlyn. Ezreal unfortunately misses his ultimate. However, perfect fish coming across from Fizz. Shen ultimate's charged. Shen does turn up, but Caitlyn's still going to go down anyway. They've actually gone past the tower now. Kindred gets punted back into the backside of the enemy team. Is going to get Lambda spiked down. Everyone's going low. Kindred's going to flash away. Is going to complete the hunt on the Gragas. Echo's desperately trying to finish this up. Does get the Kindred down, but falls down in return. Meanwhile, Fizz has cleaned up the Taric in the back lines, and Echo goes down to Ezreal. So, all in all, that was a 4 for 1. I would call that worth by any stretch of the imagination if I was that Kindred.
And can I just point out where the kills are going in this game? We've seen the kills are going to the top lane and the jungle, and sometimes even a few into the support. And the carries are really having to work to get these early leads, and basically are just getting left to their own devices. Look at where the kills are all going for the side of MadC4tz. You've got 5 onto the Fizz and 6 onto the Ezreal. These are all earned kills. These aren't kills that they've been acquired. No one's really massively given them.
Talking about earning kills. 14 kills on the map. Thresh with 13 out of 14 kill participation. And no deaths.
Yeah, he's been...
Remember that summoner named MadHooks? Remember the fact that he had Thresh banned against him? I think we're seeing why.
Yeah, he's performing incredibly. There was one play I saw which it seems so obvious I never really thought of it. He hooked the threat tag, went in, and then he did a sideways flay to catch them both. Normally you try and flay them towards your teammates so you can pull them away from the tower. And just that sideways flay to catch both people and disrupt them is really, really clever.
Well, not only does it knock them up a little bit, but it also applies a slow as well. And
yeah.
You can see Kindred now desperately trying to pressure onto this Herald. She is going to get caught out by Shen and Gragas. Does ride the Thresh Express out of there. Thresh might actually go down here. Third Zac, I was about to say I don't know how he's alive. And then the ult comes across from Gragas. C-Prom's going to take the fish with him directly back to Akali. I don't think Akali is a big fan of fish, and she's going to kill the Echo for the gesture. MadHooks gets the kill on Gragas. He's still topping out his kill participation. He's actually backed off a little bit. Watches Unbreakable finish off the Caitlyn. The ult comes across from the Taric, buys him a little bit more time. Darkblood and desperately trying to get a kill here. MadHook and Unbreakable still in this fight though. Darkblood's sustaining a lot of damage, but frankly, it's not going to last. And there's the Ace coming across. Another kill to MadHook. 3-0, 15 out of 19 total kills. He went in very, very early in that fight and just played his distances and his cooldowns so incredibly effectively.
And the whole time, the team's actually spamming him out. Just Ezreal sat pushing bot lane. Not even bothered there's a fight going on. Wasn't even needed. This Fizz is so fed. The Kindred was able to blow enough key ultimates. The Gragas ult, the explosive cast went out and just completely made the side of Aesir Gaming effectively useless against the incredibly fed Fizz, the utility from the Thresh. And even the Akali even came in and did a lot of significant damage.
Yeah, she cleaned up quite nicely. It has to be said, I mean, did Gragas just steal the red? This Gragas is quite a selfish jungler. He's taking a lot of buffs away from his camp, so he actually smited out. And I don't think there was enough pressure on them to make it work. That was a brilliant arcane shift across from Renegade Bobby, just as the taunt went in. The fish lands on Taric. They're just going to kill whoever they can get right now. Taric's going to fall. Kindred's going to take that one away. Echo's beating on the fish. He doesn't actually manage to get across the wall. Is going to get stunned. Chrono Break's coming back. So, you know, they get a shutdown on the Fizz. However, Renegade Bobby's on the hunt now. He's chasing that Echo down. Echo has nowhere to go but like, death, really. Desperately trying to juke back and forward. But no, that's going to fall with Kindred. Herald is going to fall without a stack going across to Kindred, so she's going to be a little bit sad about that. But at the same time, she's already on 8 stacks at 20 minutes, so not that sad.
Oh god. No, talk to them. Yeah, it's massive going to the game of MadC4tz, and look at the goal lead. They are nearly 10k behind. If you can fall 10k behind this early on, this is a 20-minute game, and the chance.
Kindred's just diving towers at this point. Because worst case scenario, she knows the Thresh is there. She knows she hasn't got Lamb's Respite. Actually, is going to go down to a headshot from the Caitlyn. She actually didn't have Lamb's Respite in that fight and was playing like she had. I think she was relying a little too much on the Lantern to keep her alive and didn't quite play out. But she is going to go back to base with the consolation prize of almost 2k gold. Are we going to see Ginsu's here, do you think? Looks like maybe not.
Duran's Fist, that builds into a Sterix. What else it builds into? It builds into Titanic, I believe.
Which isn't going to help.
That. Yes. So she might be just doing Steraks.
I think it's going to be a Steraks, to be honest.
Yeah.
The only one that really makes sense to me, unless she builds a Frozen Mallet, but I just don't think that's very efficient on a Kindred.
Ooh, no, that could be incredible on the Kindred. You've got so much high attack speed and runings. Applying slows on every single one you hit, that'd be awesome. And it gives the defensive stats in the health.
It was worthy of note as well. We were talking about the Akali and what she was going to build, and you're expecting an early GA, but no, she's actually gone for a needlessly large rod because she's got her team so far ahead. It almost feels like she can do whatever she wants here. That was a brilliant combination of Shadow Dash and Flash. It always feels nice as an Akali to land something like that. I wish almost she'd had an extra ward in her inventory so she could have dived across without using the Flash, but whatever. We'll allow this. And that was a dragon basically going over Freak Kindred. We can see an Ocean Drake coming up next. What was that one that we actually just lost there? Was that a...
They took a Cloud Drake and there was actually a Earth Drake, Mountain Drake, that I didn't even notice when. So
well,
they've got Earth,
Fish,
water,
max range, that Caitlyn saw her life flash before her eyes. Thresh gets in flares, Shen ult's charged, Fizz is still going to win there. She saw her life flash before her eyes and then went down anyway. Kindred ult's going to save the Fizz, who's went a little bit too deep. Shen runs out of the Kindred ult, knowing that it's going to go badly for him. Meanwhile, Echo 1v1's the Ezreal in mid lane. However, Akali's chasing him down hard, pops the Shroud for a little bit of speed, isn't going to quite get there. Meanwhile, Taric and Gragas are trying to trap the Kindred. I don't know who's being trapped here, and I'm going to say it's Gragas. That's another stack coming across to the Kindred as well.
This comp of MadC4tz, they're pulling out what they did in the first game, and they have such better champions for it. They've got Ezreal to poke out the teams if they got a little bit behind or a bit cautious. He's an incredibly safe champion with his own kit, and building blue build Ezreal as he's done provides just more utility for them. Kim just picked up Swiftness boots, which I wasn't aware she had before, and
we're actually going to see a Baron taken, which not only is another stack for Kindred, but just look how fast it's going down thanks to that percentile damage. I mean, I would like to see Kindred, because she's so fed, maybe opt into a Ginsu's. C-Prom takes a fish, he takes a hook, he takes the fast way back to the fountain. Akali's going to then clean up the Taric. I just don't know what they were doing there, to be honest. And we've seen Ezreal run down the Caitlyn. He's going to use that Iceborne Gauntlet. She just can't get out of there.
And that was even the Bilgewater as well. Bilgewater is a thing we've talked about before, and I don't personally like the concept of it on Ezreal. I do not think you proc it significantly enough, but most people actually do build it, as much as I don't agree with it.
I think it's just one of those, I missed my Q, but I really need a slow. Well, here I've got the Bilgewater active, because Ezreal's entire game plan is staying at range, and if one guy gets too close to you and you miss one or two essential slows, it can be quite nice. And Gloob's just getting poked down by these Q,
yeah, but the slow applies on auto, so if you miss your Q, you're auto. So,
still,
like, I agree the concept.
Yeah, but you don't. You can Essence Flux. Is it Essence Flux? His Q?
E. Oh no, sorry, the W. Yeah, he's
Mystic Shot. Sorry, he can Mystic Shot from a much longer distance than he can auto attack. Kindred's actually just 1v1 the Gragas. Kindred's actually 3v1ing here. Takes out the Gragas, takes out the Echo, pops Lamb's Respite because the Shen comes across, which is the only thing that kept him alive. Akali's going to tidy it up. He's going to kite back out. That's a triple kill for Kindred. Akali just runs under tower to kill a Caitlyn just because. Meanwhile, Unbreakable is just beating the heck out of these structures in the bot lane. This could be over before it's even begun. We're at 24 minutes. There's a Baron buff. There's minions. There's an Akali. There's a Fizz.
There's a Mountain Drakes. That's 10% on everything. This team has just played it so well, and.
But this was the adaptation they needed. They needed the Kindred because, like I said at the beginning, the one thing that can let you play with the team with no tanks is a Kindred.
It weren't only that, I just think they got the better champions. The Caitlyn didn't take off last time, and LeBlanc had to work so hard for the kills. This Fizz barely had to try, and same with the Ezreal, they're all gifted, and because of the fresh pick as well, that was just massively beneficial towards them, whereas beforehand they had, I think it was the Braum pick.
Yeah, the MadC4tz played so much better on that champion than any champion we've seen him play tonight. Although looking at the damage charts, it tells the tale. Kindred 23.4k damage. That's the jungler doing the most damage in the entire match.
Yeah, just massively went into the favour of the Kindred, and it was able to. I don't even want to say the Kindred was the factor that snowballed it, because, like I said, mid and bottom played it perfectly for their lanes. It was a bit of help from the other lanes, like from the Kindred side, like the mid lane gank where Fizz had Ding 6 and not Echo. That was just a beautifully timed gank.
But again, they just pushed that over there because of the ganks from the Kindred. You know, Fizz hit 6 because Echo got killed early on in the game thanks to the Kindred gank. Everything was revolving around either Thresh or Kindred that game for me.
Yeah, I definitely completely agree, but not to, that's saying, just don't take it away from the carries either. Again, I want to point out, yes, it didn't do as bad this time, but again, the Akali pick, it just didn't feel, it did
I feel like they're winning
6
despite the Akali rather than because of the Akali.
It went, I would have preferred to have just seen a tank for this comp, because you need something
if
to
you're
fall
going to
back
pick
on.
Akali, please do everyone a favour and just pick Rylai's. It's just such a nice item on Akali.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely jumping in and using your E, you're getting AoE slow. It's just, for me, you've got to look at, when you're making a team call, you've got to look at what happens when we're behind, and Kindred ult is only going to do so much, and Fresh Lantern's only going to be able to do so much. You've got to look at what is our disengage, what is our factor of surviving if we get, if we fall behind in kills and towers and whatever. And I don't think Akali is that answer. I think...
Yeah, if they'd have ever fallen off and got behind, their climb back up the mountain would have been horrible. I do want to say something I've seen out in chat, and I don't know if it's 100% true or if it's a little bit of trolling, but I'm gonna go with it anyway. And I just want to say, if it is indeed your birthday, MadC4tz, happy birthday, my friend. Well played, well deserved win. Enjoy your triumphant Rise skin as a birthday present, just from us.